I'm sure your first show was insane, right? Like super stressful, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, also, like, I was like 17 and didn't really care about anything, and like, I was just like, okay, I'll just do the thing. I think like I literally like I had an instrumental track going on at one point, and just like walked outside the venue to get some fresh air, and then went back in and continued my set. It was like a basement show with like there was like 8 people watching my set, but it was pretty based.
Dude, that's awesome. What, they just let you go? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 92 of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the mathcore adjacent communities. Be beautiful people and have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in. I'll try to read them aloud. If you'd like to subscribe, you get access to some exclusive emotes, as well as access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services. You can also sub for free by attaching an Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. If you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us in your car and have no idea what I'm talking about, the show is first shown live on Twitch. Join us every Sunday and Wednesday at twitch.tv/thecastthatends.creation for the live cast. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today, who dropped their third album, Life is Pain, earlier this month. Welcome in James McHenry of Blind Equation. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Glad you could make it here.
Same here. Yeah.
So, how does it feel to drop what might be the biggest Cybergrind release ever?
I mean, well, thank you for, calling it that, but I mean, I don't know, it feels great. Just because I've been working on that for like a long time, and like I'm just really proud of it. I mean, it's easily the best thing that I've put out, like to me at least, and like just finally having it out there after like listening to it on repeat for like almost like a year and a half, and then not like no one else being able to hear it. Like, it was driving me crazy. So it's great to finally get it out there. Yeah.
But yeah, surreal. I did a couple of research, and in terms of streaming, your album is absolutely killing it. Numbers are crushing. Zombie Sharks release from last year, which to me is the largest Cybergrind release up to that point. And it looks like you had about 2K streams, around 200 listeners on release day. Then you got the Fantano bump a couple days later, bringing up to 500 listeners in one day and around 1,500 streams just for that day. It's huge numbers for Cybergrind. I can't think of anything that's been bigger than that for the genre, which is absolutely crazy. It's got to be like blowing your mind, honestly.
It really did. Like, I kind of like just sat in disbelief when the Fantano shit happened, and like
right, just for him tweeting and showing your album cover on like a stream. Like, he didn't even play your shit, right? He just showed the album cover, right?
Yeah, well, he tweeted about it, and then like he has like a best tracks of like the week or something, and like he included it in that video, and like I was just like, what the fuck? And
that's so sick.
Yeah, the fact that like not only did he like stumble across it, but also like he liked it enough to like include it in like his main channel's like video. I don't know, surreal. That's all I can describe it. Just surreal. Yeah.
That is so sick. So take us all the way back to when this stuff started. What got you interested in making music?
Well, music in general, I don't know, mostly like Guitar Hero, and also just listening to a shit ton of like Finnish power metal, like when I was 11.
Okay. Well, what bands are we talking about?
Specifically Stradivarius and it's not Antarctica.
Dude,
and also
Stradivarius is awesome. Oh my god.
Yes, what's up.
That album Infinity, that one's probably my favorite one by them.
It's so fucking good.
I tried to learn it all on guitar back in the day when I was a kid.
So hard. Yeah. No, I fucking like that. They were literally like my favorite band forever. Like in high school, like my middle name on Facebook was James Stradivarius McHenry. Like legit, like not even kidding.
Dude,
everyone else is
so
like
crazy.
Yeah, and everyone was like, I don't know, like, what the fuck you're on, like. But yeah, no, I love that band to death. Anyways, so yeah, I was listening to that band a lot, Dragon Force, obviously, and like Deer and Grey and shit like that. And then I think like through that, like I started picking up real guitar, and like before that I was playing drums and piano, but like never like was super into like metal, and like I was into rock and stuff, but like never like super into metal. And then those bands introduced me, and then I'd say like in high school I had like a Cybergrind project that had guitars in it, mostly like mathcore, called the Obliteration Project. I did that for a little bit, and then I started Blind Equation like when I was hearing like shit like A Beautiful Lotus and like I Killed Techno and stuff, and I was just like, yo, this shit's like crazy. I want to be a part of this community, because there was like a smaller Cybergrind community like in 2012, but like with grindcore karaoke kind of carrying that. I don't know if you remember, but Jay Randall from
I thought all
Agoraphobic
that was dead
Nosebleed.
around that point, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, like it was like dead, and then it had kind of a resurgence, and then kind of died again. But basically, Jay Randall of Agoraphobic Nosebleed had a small record label on Bandcamp called Grindcore Karaoke, and like would just release albums for free. And they even had like Death Grips on there, Cloud Rat, and like a bunch of other big names on there. But I had like one split on there. But anyways, I discovered
really?
that.
Like as
Yeah.
Blind Equation?
Yeah, like super old.
sick.
It's not even like on my Bandcamp. It was with a Beautiful Lotus and Giant Peach. Very rare stuff. But anyways, it was like literally like my second release ever. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so through that I like discovered like a whole world of like grindcore and experimental music and harsh noise and shit. And like that was like super inspiring to me. And that's kind of like what made me start Blind Equation. And also the band name was inspired by old friend of mine, Remy Gowen. She had a project called Lifeless Addiction, had a song called Blind Equation. I was looking for a band name, and I was just like, yo, Blind Equation, that sounds sick as fuck. And I just named my project after that. And also, like, I was just very influenced by Remy's work. And actually, like, she's kind of the reason why I got into grindcore karaoke, because her project, James doesn't exist. Like, she would release albums, like, every week and shit. Like, it was crazy. And yeah.
Well, there's a couple of things I wanted to expand upon that, but just real quick in the chat, we got some crazy stuff happening, man. We got Don't Stress Flower Press in here, Fall 50 Feet. Don't Stress gave Fall 50 Feet a sub. Holy shit, thank you. Got Thought Crime in the chat. I saw
Shout
Nick
out.
in here earlier too. And and Cricket Slam is always here. He's an awesome guy. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. You guys are awesome for being here. So yeah, Blind Equation, like the name doesn't actually mean anything. It's just based off a song that you liked?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like, I really like that, all of Remy's projects, and that song name was sick as fuck. And like, I don't know, like when I was like 17, I wasn't really like that creative. And like, I would just take like, for very old drafts of Blind Equation artwork, like before I actually started like putting out albums, like with actual album artwork or whatever, like I would just take a Google image that I thought looked cool, like edit it with like paint, and then like very like, I don't know, but I liked creating stuff, but what was I going to say? Yeah, Blind Equation. It's a sick ass song. Yeah.
We also got Chris from Carrots Gold in chat. I love your band, man. And Christian from Mathcore Index, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Your first release was in 2013 as an EP, right? Or no, it was a full length and then an EP later on, and then it was nothing until kinda. I thought that it was an album.
So there's deeper lore than people know. So
lore.
The very first Blind Equation EP was released like January 2nd of 2013. And it's actually two songs that I wrote in 2011, but it was before Blind Equation was even a concept. But like they sounded like a Blind Equation song, and I just wanted to put something out because that was the same day as my first show, and it's called the Way 2K EP. It's very hard to find. If you find it, you found it, but it's really bad. It's not good. So that one, and then I released that split with A Beautiful Lotus and Giant Peach, like February 2013. Also not that great, but I mean, like a lot of people found me through that, which was cool. But it was definitely like, because they were both like artists I was really inspired by, and like I just like blew my worst tracks on that split, and then so that's cool. And then then I did the split with I Kill Techno called Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, or something like that. And then,
wasn't that the album?
Kinda. It's like a split album. Like I had 5 tracks, I Kill Techno had 5 tracks. So I mean, together it's kind of like an album. On Rate Your Music, it's listed as an album, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I listened to a couple of tracks, but I didn't get all the way through that one, so I didn't actually notice there was another band on there. Okay.
Yeah. I know, you're all good. And then, yeah, the EP, and then I didn't write anything for 5 years for Blind Equation. Well, okay, so the Calzone EP was like, most of it was written in 2014, and then like I sat on it for a while because at that point there was another member in Blind Equation that I recruited. Shout out Hot Lettuce. He's doing his own thing right now, but and he's actually featured on Live is Pain. We can get to that later, but and I was waiting for him to track his parts, and he just never did, so I just never put it out. And then I was playing shows every now and then, but nothing crazy.
So what did he do in the band then?
Just vocals.
Okay.
It was just a second vocalist. And we did a couple shows together as Blind Equation. There's some rare YouTube videos on that. It was much more of a goofy project back then, but
That's still pretty goofy.
oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, yeah. Never
But yeah,
100%
so
true.
you
Yeah.
you named an album Calzone. Like I put that into Google Translate. I was like, there's no fucking way he named it Calzone. Why'd you name it Calzone, man? And why'd you do it in Japanese?
Okay, so there is it's kind of like a dark story behind that. Like you wouldn't expect that, but basically, Remy Gowan unfortunately passed away like May 2018. A really good friend of mine, and back in 2014, the songs that I wrote for that EP were supposed to be a split with me and her, and I just never finished vocals, so that split never came out. And I think she ended up using her side of split for another project called Tentacle Witches. I can't confirm because I don't have like but I remember like it sounded exactly like that, like super programmed guitar and shit, like really visceral, like super like dope cyber grind. But anyways, and that split was supposed to be Calzone. I still have like the original artwork for it. But like when she passed away, I was just like, fuck, like I still wanted to release the songs, but like it felt like a disservice to like not keep the original split name there. So I kept it there.
That sucks.
Made it
man.
Japanese. Yeah, no, it's super tragic. And like huge inspiration to Blind Creation, but I try and get away from the bad vibes. Anyways, so mostly like Japanese, just because I know that she was very interested in like Japanese culture, and like she had a project called Kisumono no Hanako with Natty Gray, who's also featured on the album, and a lot of the features on the album like kind of correlate with like my past and like Remy's past and stuff. Like Dominic from Hot Lettuce used to be in a band with her and stuff. But anyways,
well, someone else you got guessing on here is Corey from Zombie Shark, who's also in the chat. Like, dude, I think this chat's one of the more active ones that we've had in a long time.
Okay, that's awesome.
A lot of people here to support.
I love Corey. Literally, like Corey's like one of the first people that came up to me after Calzone 666 was released and was like, "Yo, this is dope. I have a project called Zombie Shark." And I was like, "Yo, I've heard of you before and shit." And we kind of
I saw a
that,
picture of you two from way back in the day on your Facebook.
Yeah,
like
we played a show together in like Pennsylvania before Born to Die came out, and because my deathcore band Portals was on tour with Soulkeeper, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. You just mentioned it. Born to Die. That was released at the beginning of last year. That's probably one of your biggest. That was probably your biggest release up to that point. Right at the beginning of what I would call the cyber grind resurgence that happened last year. So yeah, then since then you helped found Big Money Cyber Grind, and the scene has really started to take off. What's it like seeing this small genre that barely anybody knew really existed to start getting more and more attention now? Like, it's starting to grow a lot more. How's that feel?
No, it feels amazing, honestly. It's crazy because like I've always loved this genre, but people thought I was a fucking weirdo for like listening to like Nintendo Core and Cyber Grind and shit. Like I'd play it in the car and they'd be like, turn this shit off, stuff like that, and like it's always been something that I've appreciated like by myself, but never had a community to share it with. And having that and being able to create that kind of music and see others create that same kind of music, and us collabing, and like everyone's like super nice, like I love everyone in the Cyber Grind community. It's really cool seeing it go up, and I feel like it's kind of the future of metal. I don't know, like I might be cocky saying that, but I mean like it seriously has like a lot of potential considering like the current trajectory of like music, hyperpop, that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really cool.
I really agree. I think that we're going to see a lot more bands include a lot more electronic elements. But you said it's a future of metal. I just want to ask you don't have actual guitars on the album, do you?
Nope.
And then
Never.
you got guitars behind you back here, so I know it's possible. I know that you play guitar. Why don't you have actual guitars on the album?
I think it's just because like it's tradition, honestly. Because like when I first started Blind Creation, like the main goal was just to like write like Cyber Grind, but just use the stock like fucking plugins that were in Cubase Lite Edition 5. And then later I got more chiptune synths, and now it's kind of like, how can I make this sound heavy and chaotic without actually having guitars? Like, how can I make riffs and also like it allows me to like just do whatever I want and not have the limitation of oh, can I play this live? Because I don't care if I can not play it live. I can just write whatever I want. I have complete freedom, and it's amazing.
Well, you could still do it with guitar.
I mean, yeah, but it takes more time. I just want to, click on the notes on Cubase and then just let, the thing do its thing.
Okay. So now you're back with your third album, or second album. How are you looking at it? This is the second album.
First album, right? But I mean,
first album.
Whatever.
Okay, I like that too. Alrighty. So what's different on Life is Pain?
I think the main difference is that I actually like spent time mixing it. I know that sounds weird to think, but like literally
spend time on the other ones.
No, not at all. Like literally, Born to Die. Like I just like plopped it in the same exact session as Calzone 666 and like didn't EQ any of the synths at all.
Okay.
Or like add any plugins. Like it still sounded fine, but like yeah. And then Calzone 666, I have a like template for like whenever I'm just trying to write just music and like just have something that sounds decent so I can just export it, you know how it is,
Yeah.
Just like an easy template. And also my computer couldn't run like that well, so I couldn't like separate drums when I could, but like that would just take a bunch of anyways. So I just like threw it in that and then just call it a day and like maybe change some levels here and there. But like Life is Pain, I literally spent like so many hours trying to get it to sound like clean and sounded like the way I wanted it to.
Captain Scrublord on Twitch says we don't need no damn mixing, just throw content at me, daddy. Okay.
Right.
Fair.
No, yeah, but so yeah, Old Blind Equation is just template, like barely any mixing. Like the 2013 EPs are not even mastered. I didn't even throw like Ozone or anything like that. And
they actually sound pretty good for like not being mastered and stuff. That's crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. No, but yeah, new stuff. Like I definitely like. There's a whole process behind that, but yeah.
Well, it's like the process behind it. Like, give us a little insight.
Yeah. So the album was originally written on my like 2009 Dell, and
what?
Yeah, like literally, like all this time, like I've just had like shitty computers, and then so I finished the album like back in July 2020. No, September 2020. And I set to release it like November or something. And I was like, okay, I'm going to release it then. I have it done. I recorded all the vocals on like a condenser mic because I thought that sounded more raw. Like It sounded shittier, but like that was the point, I guess. And then I was like, oh shit, I have the release date set to like the election day. That's a terrible idea. And then I was just like, okay, I'll just release it 2021. I don't want to rush the thing. And then Corey redid his feature for the album. And then it sounded like, after I heard it, I was just like, yo, I got to like up my game. So I redid all the vocals. I used my SM7B, and then I got a new computer, got like an iMac. So like I can like an actual decent computer.
Yeah, I was going to say like instead of just a piece of shit from 2009.
Yeah, exactly. So like, so I got a iMac and then I started using Logic and I was just like, I'm just going to redo the mix. Fuck it. And then I just like, exported everything from my 2009 Dell to my iMac and just like completely redid the mix. So that's why it kind of took so long. But I think it was worth it in the end because I'm much happier with the end product now than I was back then.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad that you decided to take the time with it instead of just throwing it out like I guess you've been doing. So it's nice that now you have a new template that you can follow.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
So you got a very distinct sound. I would describe your sound as being very happy, despite the lyrics being all dark and stuff. But if you didn't know like the song titles and the lyrics and stuff, you'd think that you're singing about like unicorns and rainbows. Like honestly, it's just really fast, like old school video game music. Who are your influences right now?
Influences currently, probably like I've been influenced honestly like for this record. A lot of just like SoundCloud rap, honestly, like Cemetery, who else? Bones, I'm really inspired by, and shit like that. And then also a lot of power metal, like Rhapsody of Fire, Stratovarius, that shit. And also like there's a lot of like old school like Nintendo Core and Cybergrind, like Cutting Pink with Knives and Horse the Band, obviously, Genghis Tron, shit like that. And then and also like just influence from like just old school black metal,
Okay,
And
I wouldn't have guessed black
vapor,
metal, but okay, I can see it.
at least in the like my vocal delivery, I guess, and vocal mixing, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. The thing you didn't say was video game music. Like I thought for sure you're a guy who's jamming out to like Mario soundtrack and shit constantly. Is that
I mean,
not
honestly,
a thing?
I will say the Toho soundtrack I am very influenced by. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, like the like bullet hell kind of games. Those always have just crazy fucking soundtracks, and the melodies in that were more influential in Born to Die, but still influential from here. Yeah,
Alrighty.
yeah.
So how does the writing process work for you?
It's literally like I just pick a key, write some drums, and then like I just tab out like notes and just kind of like see what kind of like sounds good together. Really, like I kind of just wing it,
Okay.
and also then I add another layer, and then like have something that kind of like fits in that key, and then like maybe have like 2 or 3 more layers, so there's like 5 different things going on at once, and then double them on different synths. So there's like 11 or 13 synths going on at the same time throughout Life is Pain.
Damn.
So there's a lot of shit going on, yeah. And then just do that for an entire song. It takes fucking forever, but it's worth it.
So you start with the drums then?
Sometimes it depends, I guess. Like if I'm like, okay, this is going to be a blast beat part, I'll just add the blast beats. Or if I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do with the drums, I'm going to write the melody first and kind of see what fits,
Okay. Okay, that's pretty straight. Do you find yourself like leaving yourself like voice memos on your phone, like whenever you come up with a melody, you just have to like run to the side of the room real quick and just record what you think?
Honestly, no. Like I just like kind of wing it, and then like I sometimes end up with a melody, and I just don't know how I got there. Like I'll be honest, like
Okay.
I'm not really like that big brain, I guess. Like I just like sometimes just like the melody for the ending of Pain, like that's like my favorite thing ever, and I'm just like I don't know how the fuck I made that work, because like it ends like it starts soft dark, but then like ends melodic, but it like fits, and like I just kind of wung it.
Alrighty, pretty straight. It's pretty straight. So your lyrics are some of your lyrics are super depressing. How do you come up with this stuff?
It's just I just tell it how it is. Like I just kind of just say what's on my mind, and just relate to past experiences, current experiences. When I was writing the album, and it was like, and writing the lyrics, like it was during like the beginning of the pandemic, and I was working at fucking Lowe's, and it was miserable, and that definitely had a huge effect on it, and also just like obviously like just shit I've been going through, So just as an outlet to be able to get those emotions out, when it's uncomfortable to share with homies, so
I got you, man. I know how it could feel being a wage slave. What are you doing now that you're not at Lowe's anymore?
Yeah, I just work at a print shop right now. I'm a graphic designer there.
Oh,
so
that's dope.
Yeah, that was cool. I love it. Yeah, and it's a small business too. So yeah, it's cool.
Nice. Are there any lyrics on here that you that really connect with you? That you really connect with?
I mean, honestly, just in this entire album, because like that's what the album's about. It's just about what, like, I hate being like it's about me, but it's like it's just really like it's just like an open book. Yeah, I mean, like there's no one song where I'm just like that's the one. Like it's just like kind of like the entire album, like it all just kind of works together, like
Okay.
pretty much covers everything, I think. Yeah.
It does seem to cover a lot of different subjects. So recording process, I'm assuming that you record as you write, right?
Yeah, I mean, like as far as like lyrics and vocals, like I record that like at the end, but as far as like for Blind Equation, actually, I do not really record anything. Like I pretty
Yeah, I
much
guess
just
it's
have out
all
the notes
like
and
in your
yeah.
computer, right? Yeah, as I said that, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, this is wrong.
Very good. But when I do write guitar music, that's what I do. So
Okay.
yeah.
You also mixed and mastered this yourself. Is there any like plugin that really helps you like nail it?
Peach VST. You can download it online for free. That's my secret. That's like
What
the
is
main
that?
one. It's just like a VST plugin.
Like a synth or something?
Yeah, it's just like a synth. It just sounds like a Game Boy. It sounds like Mario. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's the secret.
Yeah, I mean
everyone uses
everyone uses it. So I mean it's not the new like it's kind of a meme at this point, but like it sounds good, it fits my sound, and like I'm able to like EQ it to make it sound cool. That and also Steven Slate drums. Steven Slate drums is like my go-to plugin. Yeah.
Alrighty. Captain Scrublord on Twitch says this album goes so fucking hard. The lyrics are just crushing but relatable, and that in itself is also crushing. But all of James's writing hits me in a very special and specific way that only one or two other artists ever have. Beautiful.
I appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Huge love. Huge love to everyone in chat. Sorry, I haven't been like replying to everyone.
Right, I've been trying to like follow that and listen to you at the same time. It's kind of difficult.
No, but seriously, I appreciate all the words being said. Seriously, yeah.
So you got 3 guests on here. We got Corey from Zombie Shark. I don't know the person's name, but the person from Hot Lettuce, and then Natty Gray, I assume is a person and not a band name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the person behind Hot Lettuce?
Dominic Marchica. He's a really good friend of mine. I've known him since like 2013. And he's really good. Yeah, just really close friend of mine. I always hang out with him when I'm in the city. And like I said previous, he was like the only person who was ever considered a second member of Blind Equation. At one point, he would do shows with me. And just seemed right to have him on the album because like he was never on any recordings, and he's just really good homie. And
I did see one track from them, so I guess he's got something going.
Yeah, no, yeah, he released his debut track like when the release show was announced. And he had like 2 EPs before that, but like he erased them because they're I love them, but like he wants to put out something like that he's more proud of and stuff, which I respect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also erased your first couple releases too, I guess.
I mean, I never really uploaded them to my Bandcamp for the first place, so I mean, technically I didn't, but they're like on somewhere else. Yeah.
Someday we're gonna get like a special box set, and those are gonna appear in there, and it's gonna be like a.
Who knows? Yeah, never know.
Do you still have them, or are they gone?
No, I still have them, and like they're still pretty accessible. Like if you just look up like Blind Equation, A Beautiful Lotus, like you'll find it on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did have one random question. Track 8, 666 Forever. There's a quote that's saying, "I can bend myself around the spoon." Something about a spoon not being there, but they can do it and watch them. What is that from?
Our boy Martin Cabello. I don't know if you've seen like his videos.
No idea. Martin Cabello, though.
He's a funny guy. I don't know. He's just a meme, you know. Shout out Martin Cabello.
Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna have to check it out because every time I listen to him, I'm just like, what the hell's he even? So let's get to your artwork real quick. We got the album cover, or maybe we don't have the cover. Oh, there it is. We got the album cover up on the screen now. It's done by someone named Angelgasm. What is this exactly?
Okay, so like what is like the album artwork? Like what does it mean and stuff? Okay, so
well, sure, what does it mean too? But yeah, like what the heck is it?
Okay, so Paris actually described to me what it was. I think it was like a rehab facility or something that like they stayed in for like a long time, and like was probably like one of the worst experiences of their lives. And like that kind of like it's kind of like what Life of Spain means to them, you know. And that's a picture that like they took. Like that's not just like a stock image or something. I
thought this was a collage. Like this is a picture of an actual thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It's an actual like if you like see the windows and stuff like that. That image itself is the actual building that they were in, and that's a picture that they took with their camera and shit. And then I mean the pentagrams is just part of the aesthetic. And then like I'm not exactly sure what everything else is, but I mean it looks cool to me. I really like kind of gave them free reign of what sent them like all the song lyrics, the album itself, album name and stuff, and then kind of just what that meant to them, and they kind of translated it in art and matched my aesthetic, and gave them the colors to kind of stick with. And
apparently they're in chat. They say it's a juvenile center.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What's the big white thing that looks like a sticker all about? I tried to like check it out and see what it says, but I can't. Like it doesn't look good whenever I zoom into it.
It is a actual. It's a sticker. So
Okay.
I printed these after the album cover was like made, but basically that's just like a sticker. I don't know. It's a cool thing to do, but like I took it to the next step and actually let me 1 second.
Hey, Holly's in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
So like on the actual physical copies, I like made a roll of those stickers and like actually like put it on the album artwork. So like
Oh, that's sick.
yeah, and like the booklet like does not have the sticker, but like the outside like jewel case has it on it. I did the same thing for the tapes. Just to make it more.
No, yeah, it's definitely
3D
cool.
and-
What's up with like the little squiggles and stuff like that?
I think
I don't know either. I got you. It looks cool. I like it though.
That's just kind of like their signature style. Like this, the kind of like I'm trying to think. It's like that Saran wrap kind of like if you look really closely in Saran wrap or something like that, like you see the little like.
No. I meant on the sticker.
Neon.
There's like little like squiggles. I don't know what you would call that exactly.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I got.
I wish I knew more about the album artwork, but I know at least like more than I guess like a lot of bands know about their album artwork. I guess I don't know.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Angel Gasm, you're in chat. If you want to tell us what's up with this sticker, we'd appreciate it. I do have to say the one thing that I keep like looking at whenever I look at this is the glare on the side. I think it's a really nice touch. It makes it I don't know. It makes it look like it's a real picture of something and not just like a digital album cover. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, exactly. I love that shit too. Yeah.
I think it's like a really, really good. So you made a couple music videos. So this one is for LCD DEM.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
So LCD DEM, that is the name of a Japanese video game, and it's a fan game of a 2003 game called Yuminiki. It's basically, for those who are not familiar, basically like an RPG game, like made it with the RPG Maker engine, but there's no dialogue, there's no like quest or anything. You don't know like what the goal is. Like they just tell you got to wake up and they give you the controls, but they don't but basically it's like open like exploration. You just explore, collect items, and then once you collect all 12 items, like you finish the game. But like throughout, like I'm gonna explain this really bad, but basically you play as Matsuki. She's a Hikikomori. I'm butchering that. I'm sorry, but
you're good,
she basically does not leave her room, and she just dreams. And basically, the game you're lucid dreaming and just explore the dream world and try to find these items. And LCD-EM is basically the same thing, but just like still different and it's unique in its own way. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah.
Okay. Angel Gasm said, I don't know what's up with the sticker, honestly. I mess around with layer styles so much and just messed around with the LP art until it fit the glitch core aesthetic. Oh, hey, I think it looks great. Not everything has to have like a super deep meaning. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like, I just like shit that looks cool, you know? Like, that's all it comes down to, you know?
Speaking of shit that looks cool, what's up with the chains in the music video?
Oh, the chains, yeah. So we bought those at Lowe's, obviously after I quit. And
did you take those on the way out? Just be honest, it's all good, man.
Oh no. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, we did a lot of like set building for this. I worked with my good friend Thomas Gabriellini at Ribshot Visuals, and we got like the TVs and stuff that he had like laying around it in his house. I picked up those chains and yeah, we just kind of like went with it, made it look cool. Made sure the colors kind of matched my aesthetic, and yeah.
Alrighty. I just thought they were kind of random, so I didn't know if there was like a meaning behind them or something like that. But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, just chains are hard, so.
Chains are hard. Chains are hard. So we got a random question here. We ask everybody. It's a little loud. What do you put on your hot dogs?
Oh, me. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Hi.
Ketchup or barbecue sauce.
You're not a big hot dog guy. I got you.
Not really. No.
I'm a more of a burger fella.
Yeah. So. Okay, yeah. You were part of the Hell World stream, which is what we're showing right now. How did that all go?
Oh, it went great. Honestly, it was like the sickest live stream I've ever been a part of. And also, everyone say hi to Badger. He's my
Badger.
cat. He's amazing. He's a little crazy sometimes, but he's adorable. Anyways, so yeah, it was really surreal. I spent a lot of time just like making my set like just sound different than the recordings, you know, and like adding some gabber kicks there, and just really trying to make it stand out from everything else. My good friend Scott Gilmore of Soulkeeper edited the video, made it look sick as fuck, and honestly, just the coolest like live stream show I've like seen or like been a part of during quarantine. Honestly, just like I think there was like 100 or so like in the chat like at a time when it was streaming, and yeah,
Shit,
it was really cool.
I ended
Yeah.
up missing out on it, but it's cool to be able to watch the sets.
Yeah, and also there's like DVDs of it too.
There's
I have-
DVDs of it? What the fuck? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they pretty much like all sold out like while the stream was going on, but like it was like crazy. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
the visuals that you have going on.
Oh, same here. Yeah, no, I just like really like love that, you know, like kind of like Sega Genesis or like you know, PlayStation kind of aesthetic and like the top-down shooters, and I just love how those look and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Void Dweller wants to know what the perfect burger is for you. I'm sorry, the perfect burger.
Probably like either Impossible or a Beyond Burger with
Oh, are
like
you vegan?
lettuce. Kind of vegetarian. I'm like slowly like going down the pipeline, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm not like 100%, but like I'm just trying to, because I don't know. Like I kind of realized like that meat kind of makes me feel like shit. So it just
That's
feels
fair.
better, and like it tastes better. I don't know. But anyways, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, lettuce, pickles, like either like chicken dipping sauce or like barbecue. What else? Tomatoes sometimes, I guess. Like onions.
Tomatoes sometimes. That's like a staple for burgers. Come on now.
I guess, I don't know. Tomatoes are all right. They're cool. Yeah. Gotta have garlic salt, you know. Or no, not garlic salt. Like garlic powder, you know. It's essential.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, garlic salt is the essential part, but garlic is good too. Garlic powder is good too.
Yeah.
So, are these visuals like incorporated into your normal set? Like, do you have a projector going on or something like that?
Not yet. I really want to in the future. Although for my release show, the venue had projectors and like a screen. So I made like a whole new like visual set going on just for that one show, and it turned out amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that's fucking sick. So speaking of shows, what is your best show that you've had?
Honestly, that release show.
I was gonna
just
say the
because,
release show, right?
Yeah, honestly, like it was just such a surreal situation because like pre-pandemic, like I mean, like I was starting to like be taken more seriously because like I mean, whether like no way you put it, like if you're like a smaller artist, like just screaming into a microphone with backing tracks, like a lot of people are just gonna like be like, that's not cool, you know, like they're gonna be weird about it, you know, and like a lot of people like didn't really like respect me like when I was like doing it back in like 2013, 2014, 2015, you know. Like
Right.
people just kind of just took
It's
it as
weird.
a joke.
It's like people like look down on you just because you're a one man band. I don't
Yeah.
get it because I've been doing the same thing too, and yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
You'd
no, it's
think,
tough.
Like you should get more props because you'd have the balls to get up there. Like I'm sure your first show was insane, right? Like super stressful, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, also, like, I was, like, 17 and didn't really care about anything, and, like, I was just like, okay, I'll just do the thing. I think, like, I
Just
was
do it.
literally, like, I had an instrumental track going on at one point, and just, like, walked outside the venue to get some fresh air, and then went back in and continued my set. It was, like, a basement show with, like, there was, like, 8 people watching my set, but it was pretty based.
Dude, that's awesome. What they just let you go? It's crazy.
Yeah, no, but, like, seriously, yeah, and also like you're the only one, so you're the center of attention. So everyone's looking at you. Like there's not like a guitarist jamming out, you know, and there's not a drummer
Right.
to look at. Like all eyes are on you, and like you're the show. Like, so you have to like not only like sing well or whatever, but also like, you know, move around and like be interesting, and like it's not easy, you know, but I do it, and like it's cool. What was that? Oh yeah, best show. Yeah, it was awesome. Hella people came out, sold out. It was in Chicago. It's my first time playing in Chicago, and it was amazing. And it was at this venue called The Grid. It was like some dude's like living room, and like he had like a whole like stage lighting set up and like projectors, and like really cared about like everyone's experience. Like asked everyone like, hey, what's your inputs, and like what kind of lighting you want, and like just give us kind of full control of like how we wanted our sets to translate. And it was just a really cool, like wholesome experience, and just everyone at the set was just really, everyone at the show was really nice and had nice things to say, and it was really cool just seeing a lot of friends and just hanging out with everyone.
That's awesome, man. Do you do anything in your set to like take the attention off of you? You were saying as one man band, everybody's paying attention to you. Do you do anything to try to take the attention off? Like, do you have like extra lighting or anything like that?
I want to at some point. Unfortunately, I did not get anything like that ready during quarantine like I wanted to. But eventually I want to get like some lights and shit, and like maybe a projector, because I think that'd be really cool. But for now, like I'm just doing what I can. Yeah.
What's your worst show been?
Oh, I played a lot of bad shows. Let me see. I'd say like okay, I know what your next question is, so I guess I'll just mesh the two together, because this is like probably the worst show, but also like kind of like the weirdest show, but also kind of like the coolest show.
I'll allow it. Just this once.
Okay, cool. So like, because there's a lot of like forgettable shows where I've just like perform and then nobody cares. I'm just like, okay, that kind of sucked. And then like I forget about it, and I don't even know like who I played with or anything. But anyways, there's one show. It was a last minute show. Like a band dropped, and then the promoter's like, "Yo, can you hop on?" I was like, "Sure, whatever." It was with the first band like just covered like Foo Fighters and like shit like that for like 45 minutes, you know. Okay. And I was like, okay. And then and Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know, like shit like that. And then
every cover band has to cover Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like it's part of the law. Pretty
much. Like it was like just like a bunch of kids, you know, like whatever. Then like the second band was this thrash metal band. I forgot their name, but like they played super sloppy, like whatever. They were not that great, but like, you know, whatever, they're doing their thing, you know. And then played for 45 minutes. Like it was like a 3-band show, and I guess like set times were 45 minutes. I never played that long, but like whatever. So after 45 minutes or so, they're about to like tear down, and then one dude is just like, one more song, and then there's like, okay, they just like fart out like another song, and then like the dude's like, Angel Death, and then they're like, oh, we don't know how to play Angel Death, but we're gonna try anyways. And then they like butcher Angel Death by Slayer, and then he's like, Raining Blood, or like dude, and then they just kept on doing that. Like I'm not even kidding, like 5 or 6 times, like. And like, so like they played for like an hour and a half.
He was like awkwardly standing by the stage, just like getting ready to get up there.
Yeah, and like the show like started at 9 p.m. and like by the time they ended, it was like 11:30, and like, Jesus. And obviously they all them and all their fans just like dipped. And then it was when Hot Lettuce was in the band and or was a member of Blind Equation, and then we just went up and like we played to like 6 people like just sitting on couches because like it was late, and like I guess they just felt bad for us. Or 4 of them were in the first band that did the Foo Fighter covers, and then like 2 of them were like their friends. Like that's all we played to. And this was also back in like 2014. But anyways, it was lit. It was so lit. Like we literally like didn't give a fuck. We just gave it our all. Like we were just like running around everywhere, and it was awesome.
Hamboat says it started at 9. No, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty late for a show.
Yeah, unless it's like 3 bands and like they all play for like 15 minutes, like sure, I'll go to a show that starts at 9, but yeah.
Captain Scrublord on Twitch says Slayer butchered Slayer first. True.
Hey,
they got one good album, and I'm not even sure that they like play it that well. Anyway, so
I have to disagree on that, but okay, let's go on.
Dude, it's Rain and Blood, and then a couple of songs off of God Hates Us
South
All,
of Heaven
and that's it.
is so good. South of Heaven has some riffs.
I never got into it. I think it's like the production's different or something. I'm not sure, but I can never get into that
it's
one.
Clean. I don't know. There's some riffs.
So you've got shirts, CDs, wall flags, and hats available over at blindequation.bandcamp.com. You press up some vinyl, which is sold out, which is freaking awesome. You gonna be repressing it?
Maybe. I mean, like, if there's enough of a demand, if those Fantano bucks keep rolling in, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it did really well, and I'd love to do a second run at some point. Just gotta wait for the vinyl to get made. It's gonna take forever. I'm dreading the wait time, but it's
so
expected.
It's not like starting to press or anything yet.
Not even close. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
You haven't done like
industry's
test
fucked
presses
right
or whatever?
now. No, not even.
Damn, dude. Didn't you like put these up like months ago?
Yeah.
Damn, alrighty.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I was trying to look for places back in like May, I think, and they were telling me some of them were telling me they're starting to book for next spring, like a year later, basically. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I mean, like, I feel like everyone's understanding that, like, with this current state that final companies are in. So I mean, like,
For sure.
I'm not too worried, but like, I just don't want people to think that I'm pulling some shady shit. But
dude, no, it's all good, man. It took me forever, but I finally found one company that said they could get me out a vinyl like October 30th. We're gonna see if that actually. We're gonna see if that actually happens or not. I'm not too sure it's gonna happen. Factory's already had one delay, but they said it's not gonna affect anything. I feel like it's gonna affect.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. I mean, even if it's like 1 month behind, like, that's way better than what I'm dealing with.
Right. I kind of figure it's gonna be more like 2 or 3 months delay, but we'll see what happens. But you were mentioning the Fantano bucks. Have you been noticing getting more fans and stuff, and more people have been like reaching out to you and like commenting on your posts and stuff like that?
Yeah. So like the Blur music video, because like he covered the song Blur in one of his like weekly track roundups, which is like pretty surreal. Because I've been like fucking like watching that channel forever. Like, yeah, like after that, like I just got like 500 fucking like Spotify plays out of nowhere, or listeners out of nowhere, and then hella like my Bandcamp just like shoot it up, and then a bunch of people just commented on the Blur music video, just saying simply Anthony Fantano and nothing else.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or like just posting like copy pastas. But then there's also like people that like are just like, oh, I'm glad I found this, and stuff like that. So it's cool. Yeah, like there's a shit post, but also like people that like genuinely like took away something from it, so that's really cool.
Well, honestly, the shit posters help you out too, man. Like any kind of interaction you get on your YouTube video will boost it like in the algorithm or whatever. So I welcome shit posts. If anybody wants to shit post on this, like go ahead and shit post, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So let's wrap this up with what was the last thing you listened to?
Last thing I listened to was specifically the song "Over the Hills" by Bookshot. He is a rapper from Ireland, I think. He's part of the Haunted Mound Collective, associated with like rappers like Cemetery. One of the fucking most like amazing artists right now. He only has 3 songs out, but they're all just straight bangers. Yeah.
Fall 50 Feet says, yeah, Anthony Fantano is cool, but has Punk Rock MBA mentioned you?
He hates Nintendo Core. He's not going to cover it.
Does he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like someone like asked him like, what are your thoughts on Nintendo Core? And then he was just like, that.
Yeah, chat, if you guys have any more questions or whatever, throw things in. Any comments or what is your album of the year so far?
I mean, if you couldn't tell, it's easily Cemetery Rainbow Bridge 3. That album is so fucking good.
What is it? I've never heard of that before.
Okay, so Cemetery is a rapper from California.
Okay.
Mixes like, draws influence from like black metal, harsh noise, like the Chicago like drill rap style, and also like horrorcore, and shit like that. And just blends it all together and just kind of makes its own thing, and it's like crazy. Yeah. You just kind of have to listen to it. Like it's like abrasive and like loud and like just like it just sounds like noise, but like also there's like hooks in there and like really, it's really cool.
You were saying before you were like influenced by rap and stuff. Are you influenced by like the actual like vocals of rap, or is it more like the beats and stuff like that happening?
Like kind of like more like the beats and like the general aesthetic. And I guess like over quarantine, I just watched a shit ton of like music videos from like hyper pop artists and like rappers and stuff. And like I just was really drawn to that because like I don't know, like metal music videos are cool. Like, they have the tough dudes, in a warehouse and they're playing guitar and stuff, and that's cool. But like specifically like Young Lean's videos, I remember seeing that like when I was like in college, and just being like alert to that a lot. Like just them throwing like the green screen and like the Arizona shit and like just random shit, but like it fits the overall style. I don't know. I just really love that. But like I want to see how I can incorporate with that into metal without it being like out of place and kind of like because like that's the other thing. I don't want to like just bring in something without like it having any meaning or like without it like being out of place, I just wanted to feel genuine, and I feel like I did that, hopefully. I don't know, but yeah.
I feel like you did. Don't Stress Flower Press asks, will we get more of the world's biggest Bass Pro Shop? Was that you?
Yeah, that's me.
What the fuck? I had no idea it was you. Dude, that was sick. When is more of that coming out, man? Because you dropped like what, a track and that's it?
Yeah, we dropped the track and dip. But no, we have like 2 songs that like are written instrumentally. We just got to finish up vocals. I've just been super busy with other projects, obviously. But I mean, I have begun in the process of like mixing and mastering the new stuff, and hopefully we're gonna be writing more now that I'm finally finished with the album. So I can just kind of like take a little break. Alicia Catet, she used to live in Chicago, so that made things a little bit harder. But now she's back kind of closer to me, and she used to run the label Pattern Recognition Records. They put out like a lot of cool bands like Calistal Boys and like stuff. And yeah.
Okay, well, that's sick. Yeah,
used to book like Black Equation when nobody else believed in me. So shout out.
That's awesome. Yeah, you did. Someone was mentioning Portals in the chat. You did say you're in a bunch of different projects. You want to just real quickly just plug them real quick?
It's gonna take a while. Okay, so I play guitar in a deathcore band called Portals. I play guitar in a straight edge hardcore band called Prevention. I do vocals for an industrial project called Proud Mother 3 with Scott Gilmore of Soulkeeper. I do solo black metal stuff under Death and Serenity, and I write Cybergrind under Blind Equation.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. So yeah, it's about all I had to talk about. Unless you had something else you wanted to bring up.
Let me see. Listen to Deer and Grey. They're the best band ever made. Listen to Cemetery. Listen to Thought Crime. Listen to Zombie Shark. Listen to Timonegru. Listen to Codex Orshova. I butchered that name probably, but just listen to everyone that's on the Big Money Cybergrind compilation. All of those artists are fucking amazing.
Yeah, what's going on with Big Money Cybergrind? I forgot to mention that. Because you're a founder of that, right? Like you're still involved with it?
Technically, yeah, but I leave like a lot of like the actual like hands-on stuff to Noel and everyone else in there.
So what's your role in it then?
And Nick, just kind of like overseer. I'm just so busy. Like I also like do commissions and like, but just kind of like just.
You do are you basically like an investor then in it, or?
Pretty much. I'm just investing into big money,
Okay.
I'm an investor in big money Cybergrind.
All 50 feet says large currency Cybergrind. Exactly. Well, if you've ever wondered what Super Mario soundtrack would be like if the producer took a bunch of cocaine, you need to check out Life is Pain, Blind Equation's newest album, which dropped earlier this month. You're on Facebook, Bandcamp, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. Are you on TikTok? I forgot to ask you that because you seem like a guy to be on TikTok.
I actually am not.
Okay, we need to get on there.
Maybe I'll utilize Cybergrind TikTok one day. Who knows?
Big money TikTok. As for me, drop my channel follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services, as well as some exclusive emotes. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, click the notification bell. Don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatendcreation.bandcamp.com. Pre-orders for my new album, Boomers, Zoomers, Desperate Coomers, are up now. My next guest is New Hampshire-based mathcore band Serling, who dropped a heater last month. Join us this Wednesday the 15th at 7 p.m. Central for the live cast. Thanks for being here, James. Hope you had a good time.
I had a great time. Yeah.
Hell yeah, and thank you guys for watching and listening.